All right, Coach knew the AFC was underperforming this year, but this kind of blew his mind. Now, we don't love what's going on at like the 7 spot, but when you really look at the full picture, it's certainly still wide open. So the Chiefs, as we know, are the only team currently who has entirely clinched a playoff spot. Took 11 wins for them to get there. We certainly don't think every team's going to need 11 wins or even within 2 of that, right? But so we got the Chiefs in there for sure, as we know. Even the Bills at 9-2 have yet to clinch, but we certainly don't see any 9-win teams missing the playoffs. We feel very good about letting them in there. That obviously also extends to the Steelers. That extends. I mean, the Texans don't have 9 yet, but we're pretty confident with 4 games remaining. They'll find a way to get 1. Let's see. Texans have 4 left. The Ravens have 5 remaining. We certainly believe they're going to get 1. So all 5 of these teams, Browns aren't taking any of these spots. We know that. Chargers, they just pretty much joined the Ravens company instead of barring some catastrophic injury to their starting quarterback specifically. There seems to be almost no way they could blow it. They have 5 games remaining. They only need to win 1. We're just going to give it to them. Okay? The Broncos, on the other hand, they have a critical game tomorrow night against our Brownies, and they are a full game behind the 5th and 6th teams. Okay? Now, we gotta look beyond that. So that still seems tough. 7-5 to get there. They only have 4 games remaining after this Browns one, right? And they'll need to get 2 if they lose it, right? So they gotta win 3 out of 4 if they want to get it out of reach for the Browns. We don't think we're not too worried about that, right? Let's look at the full bubble teams. Colts, they did get a win today. They scraped one by over the Patriots by 1 point. What is their issue? They only have 4 left. Only 4 games remaining. They have to win all 4 if they want a shot at the playoffs, because I don't think 9 wins will do it for them. Okay, I don't think they have the common opponents or, the head-to-head matchups in their favor. Maybe I'm wrong, but I certainly don't see it for the Colts. Dolphins not doing themselves any favors. So look, check out the Broncos odds there. Do we like 68%? Whoa, Coach didn't even realize that. And look, Chargers, they went up to 94%, right? Coaches and all the others are at like 99%. And those are all teams Coach has been saying for a while, except the Chargers. He said there's still a way they could possibly fall apart. And he does believe that if Justin Herbert goes down bad, the rest of the way is just tough enough. I know the Raiders looks easy, all that sort of stuff. They love to play spoilers, but Coach is just giving it to them. We're saying those 6 teams are getting in there, and we're worried about the Broncos, right? 68% chance. That's not even 3 out of 4, right? That's not quite a coin flip either. And if it were poker, common logic does say you're dominating the hand. You should get it in as good as possible. Coach has never prescribed to that logic. 68% to Coach is 68%. He's only shoving his chips in super good if he's got probably well over 80%. Even that, 1 out of 5, man, you better not be betting your whole tournament life on it. I'll move it in big over a smaller stack, but someone who can bust me out, I'm still just trying to, get good bets in. If they push too hard, I got no problem throwing it in. I was at 60 whatever percent, but I mean, that's certainly not a guarantee. And guess what? I'm still living to fight another hand. I can get a hand to where I'm got the complete nuts and maybe knock 3 or 4 people out at once. Who the hell knows, right? So we're playing to get our hands, right? So if I was the Broncos and I was sitting at 68%, although a lot of people would basically already be dancing, laughing their way to the bank, I'd say we still got a lot more work to do. And, there's 5 more cards to be turned over, right? So certainly, and with common games against the Bengals and Browns, as well as the Chargers matchup that easily could maybe not go their way, but we think well, or at least did previously. And there's a lot that can go wrong for the Broncos that they wouldn't even necessarily be too mad about missing the playoffs with a winning record with a rookie quarterback at the helm, right? So, and then everybody would be thinking, oh, they might really be trouble next year. Bo Nix making the sophomore leap. Hopefully they don't lose too many people from that defense. You got it, right? So As far as looking down at it, the Dolphins, they play the Browns head to head, and they have 5 remaining. So that means, assuming the Browns take care of business, the Dolphins could at best get to 9. I guess I could see that, but I don't trust the Dolphins for jack shit. So I'm certainly not picking them to get there. The Bengals, oh, wait, yeah, they're screwed because they can only get 8 wins, right? Because they're playing the Browns head to head, right? So they're going to finish 8-9. Our Browns, we know, are 3-8. They have played 11 games. They have 6 remaining. So if they win out, they get to 9. Their current odds are under 1%. But until today, people were taking the Bengals to get in there, right? On ESPN and CBS, all that sort of dumb stuff. Now, Jets, with one more loss already, still not eliminated. Titans, one more loss already, still not eliminated. Jaguars at 2-10 aren't eliminated. Now I understand it would take something pretty much catastrophic for a 2-10 team to somehow make it in at 7-10. But they're telling you 7-10 is, in quotes, possible, meaning the schedules line up, certain teams could beat certain other teams, and we could see a 7-10 team in the playoffs in the AFC. It's got to make you feel a little bit better about the Browns possibly getting in at 8-9, right? Maybe they lose that Chiefs one or something like that. Just saying, that blows Coach's mind. He certainly doesn't think a 7-10 team's getting in there, but it certainly makes him think a little bit harder about maybe they are doing an 8-9 team this year. Who's eliminated? All of 2 teams, Pats and the Raiders. Go figure.